Okay, we are live. Are we live? We are live.
We're already live.
That is a
I
question.
wouldn't know.
It says
I don't know
off
how
air
this
here
works.
still.
Oh, no,
we're
now mine
live.
says live.
No, now we're
We're
live.
live.
We are
yeah.
live.
This
And
is how all the
we're about
videos
to
start.
talk about the
It's
the
always
Golden Globes.
people.
Yeah.
So
Hey, we got 13 people watching. Are we that
this is good
popular?
so far. This is good so far. So because obviously everyone that watches FilmHub knows 3 of us here, but we have a new member today. Taylor, if you want to introduce yourself, tell us a bit about your channel. Maybe recommend some links to people so they can find you.
Some links.
Like recommend your Twitter, I guess. You know, whatever.
How do you recommend a link? Go to http:// So
That's the sarcasm I wanted.
I'm Taylor. I make videos like everyone else on FilmHub. My most popular video now is my Bird Box video, because I didn't like that movie, and that might have upset a few people. My Twitter is Taylor Film Guy. My Instagram Taylor_J_Williams. Go follow me. I'm honored to be here on FilmHub, the multimedia corporation.
Oh yeah, we're going big. We're going international.
We actually
Mr.
have a lot of money
305.
hidden up.
Okay, so today I guess we're going to talk about the Golden Globes, and we're going to try to pass off the fact that, or at least I'm going to try to pass off the fact that I'm always like, I don't care about award shows, but now I'm going to do an entire video on talking shit about them, because what the fuck happened? What happened?
Hollywood happened.
I feel like especially, like, a lot of people are like, yeah, award shows are garbage, and I usually disagree, but especially with the Golden Globes, I'm usually like, I don't really care about that. But I feel like because of how absurd last night went, even when the nominations came out, it was ridiculous. But like, of the nominees for Best Comedy and Best Drama specifically, the specific movies that won somehow made it even more outrageous.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if Beale Street could talk, no. Bohemian Rhapsody, dude.
To
me, it was just that this shows how poorly the Globes organize their categories.
Yes.
And that A Star Is Born is a movie about musicians. Bohemian Rhapsody is literally a concert movie, and yet it gets put under drama when you have a musical category. And that would have been a perfect win in the musical category. I think none of us would be reacting if it won Best Musical. But the way it played out, it was laughable.
I just don't know how they managed to get that like so wrong. Yeah, like I just, it's one of those things where people are like, oh, you know, critics are like out of touch for like, why are you not supporting this? Why are you not? And I'm like, well, brings out like a checklist of reasons why not to support Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah,
starting with Brian Singer. But regardless of that, like, yesterday I went on like a tweet rage storm about it. And I was like, yeah, damn right I used the fact that it's directed by Bryan Singer to make the movie sound even worse, because I fucking hate it. But like at the same time, like, so I don't know, but I feel like everyone and their mum, like everyone's mum loves Bohemian Rhapsody. It's like the biggest, like, and I think like there's a thing about it with it being so popular that like a lot of general audiences, when we watch movies, like, we want to feel good, we want to be entertained, or we want to be emotional, right? But we only take those 3 things as like the base form of them. So if I'm entertained, it's because I'm happy. If I'm having fun, it's because I'm happy. If I'm emotional, it's because I'm sad. Like, not that those things can have any flex to them. Like, sometimes I'm entertained because I'm angry, or I'm entertained because something's horrifying. Bohemian Rhapsody doesn't have any of that. Doesn't have, like, it's literally like the biggest, like, let's package this story that we've made as vanilla as possible and sell it to people. And that's why I hate Bohemian Rhapsody. Anyway, whatever.
But even like, just for me, it's like the movie already exists on YouTube from concert footage they already have. You can watch the Live Aid concert. It's wonderful. I don't need to see that again, just repackaged.
I just thought the movie. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you keep going. I'm done.
I thought the movie like really, like Bailey said, it was just really vanilla. It didn't really into like the psyche and the sexuality of film, like not the characters, the real people in the film, and it didn't work for me. It felt like they were portraying Freddie Mercury and his sexuality as this kind of like negative thing, and it was kind of like ruining the band. It was so weird and like
literally
just like
like
kind
as
of
soon as
his sexuality was his Yoko Ono. So
and then and it feels like AIDS was like the thing he like what he got, like at the end. It's like, that's what you get for being so gay,
Yeah,
it's literally felt like that, and it was so like it's just kind of fucked.
And I get,
yeah, I'm sorry.
I get a lot of audiences. So like my review of it got a lot of hate, right? And I get a lot of people don't want that movie. They don't want the movie that was like the one that Sacha Baron Cohen was going to make, the one that was way more hardcore, that was way more explicit, way more. No, a lot of people don't want that movie, and that's fine. So even if you don't explore that stuff on an actual scene-by-scene basis, there's no drama, no tension. There's nothing that follows the rules of making an actual good film. People are entertained by the movie because it's fun, Queen music. It's Freddie being over the top. It's the band being fun. And so, like, look, I don't want to. We probably shouldn't make this about other people because if they like it, that's fine. I just really hate it. It's the movie I hate the most this year, and I feel a lot of people are in the same boat. But the thing with it winning the Globes over, like, winning, so Rami Malek winning, that's okay. The guy's worked his ass off for years. He deserves, like, to have, a bit. He deserves to have his moment. I think he already had his moment with Mr. Robot, which is much better work. But like, it's cool that he's had a moment. He's going to be in this inner circle now. That's great for him. I'm happy. But at winning the best picture when you've got literally anything else in the category, I think that's the problem. Like with Hollywood preaching all this stuff over, the last couple of years about diversity and inclusion and all that, and then, I think the film's got a gay lead character, and that's really, I think that's great. A film with a gay lead character is winning, but you've got Black Panther there. You've got, Widows wasn't even nominated. You've got all this other stuff.
I also wonder.
I don't like reluctant to have
three people
the
at the
main
same
character
time
be gay. Sorry about that.
That's right.
No, what did you say? I didn't hear you actually.
Oh, I said the film almost seems like it sort of uses having a gay main character as like showing how progressive the film is. But when you watch the film, it feels like it's very reluctant in showing him embracing his, and like you said, it's sort of like that marks the start of like things going wrong for him. And so like if the movie's framing it in that light, then like what is it doing?
Yeah, it's like not a celebration. It's like it's like chastising it.
I almost wonder, looking at the nominees, that there are 3 of the 5 nominees for Best Drama actually starred black leads. And I almost wonder, in a way, if they took away from each other the votes, the sort of quote-unquote diversity vote.
Look, I actually wouldn't be surprised because that happens, and it's not even diversity vote. Like you've got Beale Street and Black Klansman in there, as well as A Star Is Born. Like I did not expect A Star Is Born not to win that category.
Yeah.
I've been pretty loud in my support of Black Panther this award season. Yes, it's probably one of my least favorite movies that pops up in that circle of nominees. I really like the movie. But it's like, that's your flagship movie for the year that ticks so many boxes. It was a cultural phenomenon. Everyone's seen it. They want this best popular film, the Oscars. Boom, you've got 2 birds with one stone if you just let that in. You know what I mean? Yeah. But then to see, I don't think the votes necessarily split. Look, there's only 80 people in the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, isn't there? It's only 80 people. So it's literally only 80. So I think statistically 9 of them could have voted. Oh no, what's it? 20 of them could have voted for, and it would have won. You know what I mean? Like 20 people
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Bohemian Rhapsody and it would have won.
Yeah.
If everyone else voted like split, I guess. So, it's not worth being that mad over, but it's more just for me, it's like the ammunition that people that are like hectically supporting the film get now, because it's like, oh, it won a Golden Globe. And I'm like,
yeah, because like before, all they had was box office, and you could pull the whole, box office doesn't
indicate
indicate
matter,
quality.
man. Dude, it's like the
And
same
I
thing as
guess neither
Suicide
does a
Squad,
Golden
man.
Globe, but still.
But box office does
Suicide
matter.
Squad-
Though. It does, but I get artistic
Well,
merit,
matters
it doesn't.
for
Yeah,
in,
but
in
it doesn't-
in a different context.
Yeah, in a different context.
And
You have-
to me, this kind of shows a trend to me that these big award shows, they seem to be
Oh
more
my
akin
God,
to.
is that Houston?
Oh my, he was.
Houston is
Why is he
sideways.
back? Why is he sideways?
You need to flip the camera.
Are you in portrait
I shall
mode?
do
Oh,
that.
he's using his phone this time,
how's
right?
that for an entrance
Just put it in
mode?
portrait.
Oh,
Yeah.
There we go. Hey,
There you go.
Is
dude,
there a way to
looking
flip it on your phone?
flashy.
So anyway,
I just flip it. I'm on my phone right now.
Are you in
Oh, here we
like?
go.
Are you
Sorry,
stuck in portrait orientation?
John, go ahead.
There we go.
yeah, just saying with the Golden Globes and the Oscars that there seems to be a movement towards them appealing to more popular, films that people actually saw in theaters, and that's because they've been declining ratings every single year for the last like half decade or so. Like massive drops. I wonder if that's we saw like this has not been a good year for the Oscars or the Globes. We had the fiasco surrounding the best popular film award, right? That came and went and never got.
Shut the fuck down, because we do not need that.
That was.
And again, that is still
I take that as a victory.
But I still believe that Black Panther will win Best Picture because they're not going to have that award.
Yes, I
really believe that's probably the most not definitive for sure, but the most likely scenario that I see forward.
Yeah.
And the thing that upsets me the most about this is again that the Oscars and the Globes and all these other award ceremonies, they're not really there to celebrate the best quote unquote films. They're more there to distinguish voices and elevate people's material. If someone was to bring them to the next level, right? So that's why Spielberg doesn't have 8 fucking Oscars, even though he may have deserved it 8 fucking times, because he had his moment. We're gonna give it to someone else to elevate their platform so they can fund their next stuff like really easily, so that they can get backing. And that's why we're so upset about Bryan Singer getting a fucking Golden Globe for Best Picture, because we do not want to. Yeah.
Isn't he doing Red Sonja?
Yes, he is.
Someone went and gave him like fucking nearly
10 million.
So much money.
Million. Jesus, yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's why we're upset.
That sucks, dude.
Hey, there was some good stuff that happened though, like Spider-Verse
Spider-Verse
moving into locked-in front-runner position.
Dude.
Oh, it has that locked. It has animated film locked at this moment.
You know,
Dude,
we say that,
if
but the
Spider-Verse-
Academy
I
might
don't
be
know if
like,
I'd say
well,
locked.
we've already got Black Panther. Maybe we
Yeah,
Lego
I don't know.
God.
There's too much
Nominated?
representation going on. I swear. If Spider-Verse doesn't win the Academy Awards, I didn't Robbie say on Twitter? Didn't Robbie say on Twitter that he was gonna like cut his balls off if Bohemian Rhapsody won?
Yeah.
We'll hold on to that.
Start delivering on those promises.
Yeah.
I want to see it live on FilmHub later.
I'm trying to think. There was something else that and like the acting awards were like, look, at least it's unpredictable this year, because I feel like there's no like clear front runners for anything. Everyone seems so like all over the board with like who's gonna win for anything. I do want to say, going back to what John said before about like the Oscars, like giving people their moment and then moving on. It did give Lubeski 3 Oscars in a row, while Deakins was sitting there like 12,
That's
13
true.
nominations, 14.
Yeah.
Like, so,
To be fair, Lubeski was actually changing how we shoot films.
So
He's
we'll
an
give him,
idea. So
we'll give
I
him
get
credit.
3 is a stretch, but I mean, come on, they were the best. I mean, maybe there's a case. Who was the cinematographer for Fury Road?
John Seal.
Like, I would have maybe given it to that film, perhaps.
Yeah,
in 2015. Maybe, but Revenant was so like. the
Yeah, so you can't argue with that.
Dude.
That's fair.
So yeah.
The Revenant, I came during The Revenant, honestly. It was so
Yeah.
good. Oh,
Yeah.
Roma won Best Foreign Film.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was great.
Happy
Which means it
about
won't
that.
win
Happy
Best
about
Picture
that.
because it's
Mm.
a foreign film, and that's
Well,
how
Yeah.
voters.
So yeah,
It
what are
is
they?
still allowed to be nominated for Best Picture, though, right?
It is.
Like,
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a few years ago, the Haneke film Amour was nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah,
that's
instead,
true.
but it's kind of like I kind of don't like that because then it devalues best foreign language.
right. Well,
film.
it's just
And
like
same
the
with
Best
Best
Popular Film
Animated.
category, and just like Best Animated Film category, it's the idea that they are films and not just
Right?
animated
Because
films.
if it's good enough to be Best
Right.
Picture, then
A foreign
not-
foreign film is not a genre. Like,
right,
No.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's true.
So
I just feel I just want Spider-Verse to like get every single award for everything, man.
It should be nominated
It's
for
so
Best
good.
Picture.
It should be
nom-
nominated for Best Picture. Spider-Verse
Really?
is better than Black Panther in my opinion.
it is.
It's actually
yeah.
better than
I
most
agree.
It's
superhero
better
movies
than
that have come out.
Almost
I'm
every
gonna-
film nominated for.
Yeah, since it's like my favorite superhero movie since probably The Dark Knight, I think.
That's
Yeah,
a lot
no,
of people have been saying.
I
the last...
agree with that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's good. It's good. What else? So there was some other stuff like the TV categories of the Globes are always impossible to predict. Like that was really all over the place. I don't know if you guys like actually looked at any of that stuff, but
See,
like
I don't
You
watch
actually
I don't watch
knew
TV,
what
man.
The TV nominations were.
It was just-
recognized like half the stuff.
they just whip out like the weirdest possible winner. I'm just gonna go back down through because like didn't Michael Douglas won for like the Kaminsky method or something, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, is that okay?
That's a
You
show
guys,
that people are watching.
you guys
I heard-
do your thing then, I guess. Like I don't know. I just thought that was super strange.
Has anyone
I heard
here watched
Richard
The Good
Madden.
Place?
Does anyone
I watched
know
Good
what-
Place. I'm
The
not
Good
up to
Place?
date, but
I
that
love
should
The
have
Good
won.
Place so much. Yeah, they nominated Kristen Bell for that, but they really should have nominated Darcy Carden, who plays Janet in it. The latest episode, like before the Christmas break, was Janet plays every single character in the show.
I heard about it.
and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was spot on. And I was like, that deserves a nomination just in itself. Like, she's
Wow.
amazing.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Um,
I need to watch that show too.
Amy Adams didn't win anything,
No.
you know, because Amy Adams, you know, who?
Oh yeah, she has a curse.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's been more successful at the Globes, I think, than at the Oscars. I think she's won a
Wasn't-
Globe before.
Was
but...
there a year where she had 2 nominations?
No, this year, Sharp Objects and Vice, and she didn't win for
But
either.
there was the year where she was nominated for Rival, but I think a lot of people were like, "Why isn't she nominated for Nocturnal Animals?" And it was
And
like,
that was it, yeah,
yeah,
it was just a weird, Michael Douglas winning over literally anyone else in that category. It's so strange.
Have any of you seen The Bodyguard?
No,
not
not
The
yet.
Bodyguard. I'm sorry, just Bodyguard on Netflix.
is that
Is
who's
Richard-
in that?
The Richard Madden one, yeah,
won
the UK
Best
series.
Actor. I haven't seen it. My boss has seen it. He said it was like he really liked it, and I want to watch it now. But I don't know if any of you have seen it because I haven't.
No, TV
No,
is
I
hard
was-
to keep up on. Like,
He was hard,
Yeah, it
man.
is.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's like
you
it's
have
like
to-
9 movies, 10 movies.
Right.
Yeah.
Awkward
I don't
silence.
think Amy
man.
Adams was nominated for a Rival. Was that the thing? There was
No,
a
she
thing-
was.
For Arrival?
At the
Was
Globes,
she?
she was, yeah.
Oh, at the
Yeah, I
Globes,
don't think at the
yeah.
Oscars.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
right,
the
yeah.
Oscars, they got.
Chandra? Oh, they snubbed her. Okay,
Right.
She should
That's
have.
what I-
She invented new emotions. She should have won.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Happy
don't
about
know.
Olivia
Time as
Colman.
a circle, like no other actor had done before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. The fact that that I'm still salty about that. I think that's why I'm still like award shows. I'm kind of like a lot of it loses its kind of energy. Like I don't know when you talk about people, like when you talk to people who don't track this stuff at all. It's all about who turns up to the events, who's seen, who does the interviews, who does.
Yeah.
That's how you win. After a while, like, okay, you're in a film that's had acclaim. You've had acclaim for whatever your role is in it. After like the film's out, it's all about the campaigning. So
Yeah.
when my parents asked me, "Oh, who do you think's going to win so and so?" I'm like, last year I could just tell you. I'm like, no, this is going to win that. This is all 4 of the acting categories were like locked like 2 months
Yeah.
before. There was nothing interesting about it because it was just like
Yes.
Sam Rockwell,
Last year
Alison
was
Janney.
like
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
most by the books Oscars. Like, not that I
Oh,
was
yeah.
necessarily disappointed. Like, I think for the most part, everyone who won deserved to win, and I was pretty happy. But it was like the most predictable Like people were almost upset that there weren't any upsets.
Literally none. There was none.
And that's
The
the
Golden
weird thing.
Globe sure fixed that.
Yeah, this year,
Yeah.
like going to the Oscars, we're all dumbfounded on who's going to win what,
Yeah.
besides the technical stuff.
Yeah, the
And then
technical
we don't-
awards going
even
on
then
during
we
the
don't
commercials,
know.
right?
Yeah, even though we don't know, but like, I think again, even actor, I'm not even sure at this point. Actress, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Picture, I'm definitely not sure. There's so many variables in play, and also I think that the award show it always loses momentum because 2 months is way too much fucking time.
Yeah.
Like it should happen in January.
It's more the fact like the Oscars, because of their like prestige complex, they have to wait for let all the kids play first and then we'll go.
And fair enough, they have to let these time for these movies to be seen, right, to build their momentum. I get that.
It's
But
just more
still,
they've got to wait for like all the other award shows to get their stuff out of the way. Like Critics' Choice is still in a couple of weeks. I'm pretty sure the New York's Critics Circle one is on like right now, like as we speak. They've got all like the BAFTAs are still coming up.
But every like Critics Circle I've seen, like it's been Roma and Spider-Verse, and those like those are the two movies, and they're not in the discussion for Best Picture, and that is a problem, honestly. Like, is there a chance that Spider-Verse gets nominated for Best Picture?
No.
Not even
No.
like
No.
1-2%. No, okay.
No.
No, it has,
1%.
you guys. So the Academy's added.
Yeah.
They've talked about. They've diversified who's in it. They've added all these new members. All that. It's
Mhm.
still mostly old white dudes.
Yeah.
They're not gonna let Spider-Verse in because I guarantee this year there's still another movie like Green Book will still Green Book's there. Like, oh
yeah,
my
that's
god,
fine.
this was so accessible and easy to manage. Where it's like, hey, how about instead of Green Book we put in Blind Spotting, or we put in, give Widows its space, or give one of the movies that is everything the Oscars have been preaching
Even
for the last 2
like
years.
something like Love, Simon or something like
How
that.
about the speech when Green Book won, where he's like,
Oh my
"Yeah,
God.
I love
solved
that the world is
racism."
diversifying," and it's literally like as he's talking about this, it's panning over, and it's just a bunch of white people, and on the far right, it's like Mahershala Ali and
I didn't
Octavia
say that.
Spencer.
That's actually amazing.
No, I need to look that
It
up.
was the
I
most
can't.
like, what's the word? He was just so
Ironic?
unaware of like,
No, not ironic. That makes no sense.
yeah.
It's awkward. It's gotta be awkward though. It's just did it play out like a visual comedy gag type thing?
Yeah, it was like trending on Twitter, the clip of that.
There was a lot of stuff that I saw, like in terms of like GIFs and stuff of like people's reactions to things. There's that Ryan Coogler one that's been going around, which is pretty much everyone's reaction to the whole show.
Did you see the thing with
the
Emma
best
Stone
one has to
yelling,
be
"I'm sorry"?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Stone was amazing.
That
Yeah,
was great.
The best has to be the picture of Idris Elba and Daniel Craig. That made
yeah.
my
Did
day.
anyone else see that?
I don't think
I
I
didn't
saw
Wait,
that.
no. What happened?
Oh, they just took like a photo together of like it's like a drink over like freaking out that Daniel Craig's next to him because obviously of like the Bond rumors and shit, which we've already cancelled because it's not.
But Idris, like Daniel Craig's giving Idris Elba the death eye and all that.
Yeah.
Like, that's so
How about
Did you
hilarious.
see?
the Fiji
This is
water
really-
girl?
This coming out of nowhere. Did you see Idris Elba's? I don't know if this is what we're talking about because I'm like a little confused. Idris Elba posted a tweet and he was like, "Whenever I have this like bow on, my dick gets hard" or something like that. Did you see that?
Did he actually?
I did not see that.
I swear to God.
That man
He
has
was
way
like,
too much energy.
When I have this bow on or something, like my dick gets harder. Or so, I swear to God, it's something like that.
That's
Unless
really
unless you had a
weird.
whack dream last night and you're just telling us right now in a public forum that you had the.
No, I swear to God. I swear to God.
You gotta send.
You can look that
You gotta
up.
send us this tweet.
It's definitely
send
not a
you the
tweet.
tweet.
I can put it that way. I'm having a look right now. And it's not.
No, I
You are
swear to God,
fantasizing about Idris Elba. That is what's going on.
Idris Elba. Fantasizing.
That's
All right, Idris Dick.
Anyway.
I'm looking up Idris Elba Dick, dude.
Anyway.
Be
Elba.
careful the phrasing
Oh, wait,
in
I
your
found it.
your search.
Oh, so it does exist.
No, I'm not looking it up on Google. I'm
I
looking it
totally
up
found it
on.
just now.
Thank you. You see? Yes. Woo!
What?
That's it.
That's
man.
hilarious.
That's it.
I can't believe it.
Oh,
Houston,
it
just
is.
scream for a sec so it stays on your screen.
Yay!
Wow.
Okay. I
Wow.
can't believe it hasn't been deleted.
Is that normal? No, Idris. I don't think it is normal.
Anyway,
My bow makes my dick hard.
Wow.
What the fuck?
You know,
that's
Good-
the energy
good
of a
for
man
him.
playing
It's
at Coachella.
cool. It's cool, man. Honestly, I wish I had the balls to fucking tweet
mean
I'm
the
that
dick?
out.
happy for him.
Yeah. Anyway, Golden Globe. Phew. So, okay. So, do we? Yeah, because it's still so open, and like, didn't Green Book win Best Screenplay as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over The Favorite.
Ugh, it hurts.
Okay. So there's. I want to ask this question. So there's 10 spots max for Best Picture. Usually it comes in at 8 or 9. Like lowest is 7 usually.
Yeah.
What 8 or 9 films do you think are going to get nominated for sure? Like, you know.
What if we said the top 3? Because then that's faster, and each of us gives our top 3 or something, or top 5.
No, we get like for
Let's
sure
just,
are.
yeah, let's just deliver it. Let's just debate it down to like
All right,
10
what's
max.
the most 100% film that's going to be nominated?
A Star Is Born.
Yeah.
Gonna be there
Really?
no
I
matter
don't
what.
know.
No, that's
No, no,
I
no,
think
there's-
the Star Is
there
Born
is
is
no
definitely
way that's
gonna.
not
It's
there.
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely gonna get nominated. I think.
I think Roma would be also be up there.
Yeah.
For sure nominated. The Favorite would be one.
Favorite for sure.
I think 8th grade.
Uh,
Will
No.
likely.
No, I
No?
wouldn't count an 8th grade yet. No.
Nah.
I think it's a wild horse.
what
I think
what
it's
about
a
if
wild-
Beale Street could talk?
Beale Street could
I
talk.
think that
Yeah.
will be.
I'm
yeah.
gonna
Okay.
say Beale Street, A Star Is Born, in the favorite.
Yeah, I would actually say Beale Street is my number 1. I think will definitely be nominated.
Okay.
And it deserves it.
Sadly, Bohemian Rhapsody will get nominated.
Yeah.
Don't count on it yet. Do not count.
Will it?
Well,
No, because all they need to do
I'm still
is
holding
get
out hope.
Rami Malek in the room, so he'll get a Best Actor nomination.
I see what you mean. Yeah. Okay.
Because considering, like, think about that as well, like who they get in a room by nominating it and how many people will come along because of it. So if Rami Malek gets nominated, they'll manage to get Brian May and the other Queen dude into the room.
Also,
Wait,
the
do you
three
think,
of them will end up turning up, and that's all they need. For
Obviously,
Always.
I keep saying it,
but
but
nominated.
yep. I think Vice will.
Okay.
I think Black Panther obviously will get nominated.
Yeah,
Vice the Best Picture I wouldn't count on.
Yeah. I keep saying that Black Panther's going to win.
Black Panther, yeah, is going to be there.
Yeah. So that's
There's a cup-
6 or 7. So
I
Vice,
wasn't
yeah.
keeping track.
Okay.
Remember last year when no one thought Phantom Thread would be nominated, and then that showed up?
And that was?
Yeah, but then also, like...
I feel like Paul Thomas Anderson is like a sure thing every year, or every
That's true.
year he makes a movie.
Um,
I don't
Should
know.
be, at least.
He should be, yeah. Actually,
Yeah,
yeah. I don't think-
Green
I
Book's
think
gonna be
Inherent
there.
Vice was just screenplay, so maybe not.
Yeah. I mean, for all the problems with that last night and the disappointments, I did appreciate that nothing swept the awards. It was very like popcorn, just different things winning, and I almost hope that that's how it is with the Oscars as well, where maybe more things can get appreciation, and that I feel like that's what they're about now too. Is like you said, they'll give Rami Best Supporting Actor just to appreciate Bohemian Rhapsody, but then give Best Picture to something else and Best Actress to some other movie, and then you'll be able to give
I
credit
believe
to everything.
2012 is like the one year where director, picture, screenplay, actor, and something else are like all split down the board. This
yeah,
maybe,
that was a
this-
super interesting year.
And also another film I forgot, Black Klansman. That's a wild card for
yeah.
sure. That's still in this game.
Yeah, I trust
back
Black
now?
Klansman more than something like First Man or...
Oh, yeah.
Fans are not going to get nominated, I don't think.
Wait, am I
And
back
that
now,
that
or-
is if it is, it's gonna be number 9 or number 10.
Yeah,
I feel like that one's been kind of inconsistent
it's not gonna
with
be,
award
you know.
shows.
Did you ever
Black
see
Klansman has been.
it, Taylor?
See Black Klansman?
No, see First Man.
No, I missed it in theaters. I'm so upset about it.
You've
I'm gonna have
actually
to watch it.
failed not only yourself, but all of us as well.
I'm gonna
And
have to
Damien
like
Chazelle.
find a rich person with a home theater, and rent it out from them or something. Because there's no way I'm watching it on this.
Yeah, that won't
I
do
just
it.
I just realized that Ryan Gosling wasn't nominated for Best Actor. I just realized that he was nominated last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
That
still
was
my
Ethan
number
Hawke.
one of the year in terms of best male performance, so it kind of crushes me to see that he's not there. But people are like, oh, he's not acting, he's just quiet the whole time. And I'm like, okay, because that's how acting works, guys. All good.
You have to yell at the top of your lungs for it to be acting.
I don't know if any of you guys have seen it twice, but watching it again, knowing, obviously not going to say, but like, it's like, that's impossible for that to not be the best male performance I saw this year. Wait,
what are you talking about?
First Man.
What are you talking about? First Man? I'm sorry, because it's like, I was just trying to fix my connection here.
Because you're weak-ass internet.
Yeah, how?
Yeah, my internet is fucking garbage. I'm serious. First Man won, what is it, best composition?
Best score.
Best score.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
That would be good. That'd be good.
That's going to between... It's actually interesting. I wonder if Nicholas Britell's going to get nominated twice for Beale Street and Vice. Because his work on... I haven't seen Beale Street yet, but I've heard like one piece of the soundtrack, and I was like, Jesus Christ,
Street,
this guy...
I haven't seen First Man yet, but Beale Street is my favorite of the year so far.
Oh, First Man is like...
Of the likely nominees, at least. The soundtrack is god tier. I mean, it's
Beale
amazing.
Street's definitely going to be nominated for score. I'm not too confident on Vice.
Yeah.
No.
Like I just saw it a couple days ago, and I don't really.
I can't remember the score.
music.
Oh, you should try listen. I've been listening to it nonstop for like a week, and it's like...
I remember
but
like the teacup scene, the music.
Just listen to like the couple of the themes that are in there, like, because between 2016 was such a crazy year, because like obviously Hurwitz and Britell have been around for like a little while, but then them to both like come out of the gate pretty much with Moonlight and La La Land, and like then to follow it up 2 years later with like, imagine if you took La La Land soundtrack and applied that to a space movie, and then like,
do you think Johnny Greenwood's gonna get any recognition?
Probably not. Probably not.
I doubt it.
They're just shutting out you'll never really hear. They keep shutting out Lynn Ramsey. You know,
Lynn
you've got a
Ramsey
female
in general,
director who's doing amazing stuff, but like, oh no, it doesn't quite cater to what we want. So
Eighth Grade had a female composer as well, and that deserves a nomination for best soundtrack. But
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm
I gotta
sure.
You
rewatch
haven't
that.
seen Eighth
I don't
Grade.
remember.
How
the
It's
music.
not out yet. Oh, actually, no, it only just came out this week. So
Okay, so I just compiled a list. So I think the movies for sure that are going to be nominated are A Star Is Born, Beale Street, Black Panther, Roma, Green Book, Vice, Black Klansman, and The Favorite. I think those are all pretty much locked.
that sounds pretty safe.
Yeah,
to me,
that sounds pretty good.
And then the
solid.
underdogs are Bohemian Rhapsody, Eighth Grade,
Underdog.
Mary Poppins Returns, which oddly enough I've heard some like it may be, and Crazy Rich Asians. Yeah.
There's one more.
If Crazy Rich Asians got a nomination, it wouldn't deserve it, but I would be happy.
I can see Crazy Rich Asians getting it, but Mary Poppins?
It was on the AFI's best.
But yeah.
The top 10 of the year.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, so I don't.
I saw it. It's basically The Force Awakens, but for Mary Poppins. It's the exact same movie as the first one.
That's what I've heard.
But it's delightful. I mean, it's fun. It just...
Hey man, Mary
lacks
Poppins,
the
more
soul.
like Mary Boppins, am I right?
Wow, God.
No, you're fired.
Sure.
And
That's okay.
there's actually one film that like hasn't been spoken about, but it's been absolutely demolishing on like the independent circles, and that's The Rider. And I don't want to count that out from showing up yet, because it's actually like, it's the amount of times I've seen like I'm pretty sure it won the Independent Spirit Awards, it won the Gotham Awards, it just won something else recently, and this is over like other films we've talked about. I wouldn't count that out as showing up as a Best Picture nomination that isn't nominated in any other category.
Yeah,
It
I've
has
seen a lot
happened
of
before.
like award show and people talking about it on Twitter, but I haven't seen any advertisements for it here. I don't
me neither.
know
I've
when it
seen
was
no
released.
Marketing is everything.
Like
Right?
I've only heard about it through Twitter.
That is what I was thinking, was that the movies that won last night, Green Book and Bohemian Rhapsody, were arguably the movies on that stage with the biggest marketing campaigns like in America.
Back in
many of them.
05 or 06. When did Crash win?
Oh, it came out in 04, I think.
It had no 5, yeah.
Yeah. The reason why it won was that they pushed hard on like Academy voters. They sent screeners to everyone. They went door to door. It was all about not which was the best movie, but what was the movie that everyone knew about. What were they associating with the games? I love film. And
Oh, the internet's dying,
You
John.
good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
was
good, man.
I thought that was me for
It-
a second because that's what happened to
Yeah,
me
my
last time.
phone's dying.
Jake,
I thought that was like.
You might want to
Yeah.
try and hit that
Phone
again,
without the
son.
camera.
That got lost in the glitch.
Yeah. Also, if
Oh,
my phone dies,
I got
I
lost
just randomly leave
into the
chat.
ether. Okay.
Oh yeah, same Taylor. My
You'll
phone's
be
on
lost.
like 10%. I'm just happy that Mirai got nominated for
Ooh,
just nominated
I'm
for
getting
animated
nothing.
film because fucking
Oh, was
animes
it?
need
That's
to be.
good.
Yeah, it's nominated for best animated film, but Spider-Verse got it, of course. I'm just
Yeah.
glad that animes are fucking getting nominated in Oscars. I mean,
I would be
Golden Globes
really
now.
excited.
I mean, was last year the Red Turtle?
Nah, 2
That got
years
Was
ago.
it?
nominated?
if,
2
yeah,
years ago. Okay.
I would be really
I
excited.
just need more anime recognition, man.
Best feature, and then Shoplifters won best foreign film. That would make me happy.
Yeah.
That'd be exciting, yeah.
I
Yeah.
keep trying to see Cold War, and I keep not being
Yeah.
able to.
Yeah,
And I'm really
it's
upset
like
about
nowhere near
it.
me.
Big vibes. Big vibes.
Because I
on
was
that,
like, oh man, it's in theaters next week, and then before next week, I flew back to Florida, which obviously isn't. They don't have any screenings here,
Florida
and so
is not
I'm
the movie
hoping.
capital of America.
Yeah, ironically, living in Florida meant I didn't see the Florida Project in theaters. So I'm hoping Cold War's still playing by the time I get back to New York.
What do we think about visual effects, man? Someone wants us to talk about.
Ooh,
visual
that's a
effects
good one.
here.
You know, I'm gonna go
Annihilation.
So, I was thinking
What
the
was
same
even
Annihilation.
nominated?
No,
It's not. It's not.
No, it's-
Annihilation isn't eligible, I don't think, and neither is Aquaman. Not that I think Aquaman deserves it, but it's kind
I
of
hope-
dog that it's not even eligible,
I thought-
Why isn't it eligible
What?
again?
just because they ignored it.
They ignored
Oh,
so-
right, right,
oh,
right.
no.
Oh,
I didn't
thought
know
you
that
meant,
about
it was
Annihilation.
actually illegible for some reason.
I knew Aquaman.
I thought Aquaman's
wasn't.
visual effects, like as a person who studies visual effects, I feel like I have some sort of like knowledge at
more
least on a
credibility than we
base
do.
level.
Mhm.
It was really fake looking, I think, just for me. But like, I mean,
There
it
was
was
the Star
great.
Wars prequel.
There was one
That was
cool
not that
shot.
bad, but like
It's
there
the
were,
shot where he
you know,
like.
the final fight was great, but a lot of that was they were actually made like a huge rotor and everything. The entire sequence where they were fighting, it was Orm and Aquaman fighting underwater, was so bad. That was like Black Panther level bad. But Black Panther was nominated for VFX for some fucking reason. I don't know.
Well, okay, a lot of the
Um,
texture and world stuff in Black Panther was really like well done, but again, the final
Yeah, I know.
fight,
It's just like
The models
the
just
final
love
fight.
John.
I feel like they're both on the same level, Aquaman and Black Panther.
I
But
would
the
say
thing
that.
is, yeah, Black Panther's world, like the when they made Wakanda, that actually looks like a real place, and that's only like a
Yes.
few huts, and then the entire background is fake, you know. But Aquaman, for example, all of it was pretty much fake. So
Well,
That's
they
why
mapped
I
it well,
think it
too.
got
The
over it.
geography feels realistic, and they carried over the geography
feels
of
real.
Wakanda
Yeah.
to Infinity War as well. They brought on the same like architects and visual designers and everything to keep it consistent.
yeah,
It
the
goes
Black
to
Panther,
show-
just the final act of Black Panther drags it down, and I feel like that's what
It
people
really
really
does.
focus on.
It goes to
I focus
show-
on it too a lot, but it's like it's not. That doesn't mean that one
Doesn't mean the
piece
movie's
of the
bad
movie
or-
doesn't
yeah.
equate the entire
Yeah.
thing. Yeah,
goes
Did
to show
anyone
that Black Panther is viewed as like terrible visual effects. Like 10 years ago, it would be, oh yeah, it's decent. But nowadays, it's funny how
10 years
standard
ago, it might
shit.
have been incredible. Like,
Yeah, it just
You
go
know?
how privileged or how like again, like I even think Solo has a weird shot because like
Solo, I hate to say it, but I think Solo has the best effects of the year, considering also the amount of time they did it in. There's nothing.
here's
like that. I watched Infinity War again
I
the other
feel
day,
that- I
and
can
I was like,
vibe with
yeah,
that.
Infinity War's probably going to win. It probably deserves to win. Like, Thanos looks amazing. There's so much work in every single frame. So many
Thanos is
little
thick
things
as
that
fuck.
people don't even realize. Set extensions, all that stuff. But, like, Solo,
Mhm.
I caught that I saw it twice in cinemas, and, like, I was like, they did this in a stupidly short amount of time.
I want to cut you off. They didn't. A lot of the visual effects for these big, like Lucasfilm productions, are planned almost more than a year or two in advance.
Yes.
When
Yes
Warren
and
Miller
no.
left the project, though, I think those action scenes were already locked in place. At least the big ones, the big Kessel Run and like the train heist. Those seemed pretty decided almost over a year ago, and then it's just textures in that. But still, it is a lot of practical stuff, and that's why it looks so good. Is that they spent the time on set to make sure it looked really good. That way, they didn't have to like. We look at Justice League.
Yeah, it's all done after. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
those
just
were
done
serious reshoots. Yeah.
Solo, the reshoots, that's where the visual effects were done. Were during the reshoots, like in camera, more than any other blockbuster this year. I think Solo had a lot of in-camera effects. That's why it looks really good.
Yeah. Plus, also Bradford Young's photography. I don't care what anyone says.
It's
got
really
some
good.
serious texture to it.
Yeah,
The way he shapes Atmos, he shapes light through like fog and stuff, is just unmatched. That shit's unreal.
I watched a clip the other day of all the stuff in the Millennium Falcon cockpit was real projections, like 360 projections outside.
Yeah, that was so sick. I love that.
That's amazing. And then L337.
That was brilliant the way they did
legit
that.
her in a green screen suit with the real robot on top of it, and they just removed her. Like, that's incredible.
That's how it should be done. That's how VFX should be done, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no,
I like
they
it.
just like completely fucking just make it all CG these days, man. I
Right.
get
It
it.
wasn't
Say what
even
you
like
will.
it was a template. It was like the stuff that you see in the movie was what was on set. It hasn't been laid
Exactly.
over in Homecoming.
I
You know?
believe they actually replaced many of the shots, but it gave them pitch perfect reference points. Like, say what you want about the Modern Star Wars.
Lighting reference points, especially, is the biggest thing. Yeah.
Say what you will about the modern Star Wars films, they are the best polished visually blockbusters of this.
Yes.
Easily.
Yeah.
Like Last Jedi.
Up
Wait,
there
there's
with
just
the
one
Planet
question
of
for
the
me.
Apes movies, I would say is up in that league.
But those are
too.
done. Those are done now. Like,
Yeah.
I guess, that's true.
Wait, there's a question for me that says, "What do I think about the CW Flash?" I don't watch it
We
anymore.
couldn't get through one cast. We couldn't get through one cast without talking about. All right, that's so good.
Superheroes? What?
No, we were already talking superheroes, but I was like, maybe we can avoid superhero.
I saw this
TV
question
for one
earlier.
part.
We were talking about Infinity War and Black Panther.
No,
for
but
a while.
superhero like TV shows. Remember how we talked about this? Like Titans always comes up. Like people start. As soon as Alex is in, people are like Titans. Yeah. Oh well.
Titans?
Let me just say, I don't like the Flash anymore. The first 2 seasons were alright, and then it just turned to garbage, so I don't watch it.
I think
Also-
the
But you
first
can watch.
season
You can
is
like it. I have no problem.
Hey
with that.
guys,
Yeah.
I gotta head out. My
Okay.
phone died like 5 minutes ago.
We
That's why
enjoyed having
I
you.
don't have
Honestly,
any
me
video.
too,
Yes.
man.
Thanks for
I have
having
to
me.
go also.
Hopefully,
Everyone
in
go
the
watch
future,
Taylor's channel.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
please.
go watch
I-
Taylor J.
I,
Williams.
Yeah.
Pitch yourself.
gonna publish my Bandersnatch review tomorrow.
Nice.
Not
I
that
watched
long
it.
though.
It was really good.
Oh, thanks. You got the Houston Coley endorsement.
Yes.
All right.
All right, man.
Oh,
Thanks for coming on. We'll
you
have
guys
you
are
on
on.
again soon.
Thanks.
See you, Taylor.
Cheers, man.
Much love, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, he's left. He's gone.
Sad.
I want to
Love you,
ask
brother.
a question. So the one news story I've been tracking for the last bit is that Aquaman is officially going to very soon. It's going to be the highest grossing DC film ever worldwide. We're talking bigger than the 2 Dark Knight films.
Just
Bigger
fucked
than
up,
anything.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing, and I'm kind of rooting for it, even though I'm not the biggest fan of it, because I love it when
Yeah.
these things happen. But it's really impressive that Justice League, just fell on its face last year, and
I'm just
they
glad
took a year
that
off
it's.
and-
Yeah, I'm just glad it's better than I think most of all of the DCU films except Wonder Woman. I think it's on par with Wonder Woman. So
I think Wonder Woman's far better, but
Yeah, Wonder Woman should have made. Yeah.
it's far better. Well, to be
think it's on
fair,
par, but
Wonder Woman will make a lot more in the US, but Aquaman made a lot more in China, and that's what tipped the scales.
That's not surprising. Yeah, that makes total sense.
So just do we want to do a couple more questions, guys? Because I know everyone's busy today.
That's
Ooh, American Animals. I love American Animals. I know that's a Bailey
Yes.
directed question, but
I need to see
American
it.
Animals is fucking great.
One of the
Yeah,
best
no,
movies
we're-
of the year.
It's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, well, 3 of us here are like on that American Animals train,
Yeah.
with it being like, look, what
Yeah.
cuts me about American Animals is like if that had had a marketing budget behind it. I've said this a couple of times. I feel like it's the Fight Club of like my generation. That movie that eventually everyone's going to have seen, everyone's going to talk about. It's going to feel like that essential, like angsty, fired up movie for like young people to get behind, I guess.
Are we
like,
not young, Bailey? Are we not young anymore?
No, that's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. That's why we've had the reaction we've had to it. Like more
In
people
order-
would would be getting around it if they knew about it. If I don't know anyone who has seen it who has not gone, that was fucking amazing.
And
I do not know anyone.
The marketing campaign was really good. Like I remember the trailers being amazing, but they just weren't playing anywhere, you know?
Yeah, that's it. That's always it, I guess, isn't it? A couple of people have asked about best editing.
I have no idea.
Yeah, look, your nominees are going to be Vice, First Man.
First Man, definitely.
Probably Roma, because they're obsessed with giving Cuarón nominations.
Roma would deserve that for sure.
And he outright won an Oscar for editing for cutting like less than 100 times in Gravity. So, you know.
Was it less than 100 cuts?
I think it's like 111 or something. So,
but okay, when you say that is just in the context of the film cuts. But when you watch like the opening tracking 50 shots,
it's like
that
20, 30 different pieces.
Yeah. So I think that's a little. Yeah.
So you know, I guess that group knows what they're talking about more than I do. But then you also have like your couple of nominees where it's just, the editing was just seamless. So you'll have your A Star Is Born probably, and
fuck, don't give it to Bohemian Rhapsody.
Didn't that just get a nomination from the Society of Editors?
It may have.
Did it?
Yeah. American Society of Editors. I think it just got a nomination.
I certainly wouldn't be surprised at this point.
Yeah. Look, actually, the one thing it has a lot of editing, and therefore some people might say that is good.
Well, right.
Yes.
Is only
it is edited like a concert.
Think of when you think editing, that's why we thought like last year, Baby Driver was amazingly edited. But when you ask what's the film that has the best editing of the year, the only thing people can ever think of is Baby Driver because the editing was so obvious. You know.
Well, Dunkirk won last year,
right?
And that was actually very deserved, I thought.
Dunkirk, that's basically almost a win for best director as well, as far as I'm concerned. At best editing, because that was a film that was found in the edit. You can tell. I'd bank on Tom Cross
for best editing. Like that would be great.
If what was?
I would love it if Searching was nominated for best editing because
Searching
is a film that's driven.
That is what should win because the editing actually the character in the movie.
Exactly. Yeah.
Good one. Maxim US. Maximus. That's the guy on the chat.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Okay. Actually, no. You know what should be there in best editing, but probably won't be. Mission Impossible Fallout, which should be there for best picture, as well.
Mission Impossible Fallout deserves best picture. I swear.
Yeah, it deserves. But obviously, we don't nominate genre films. We
Except
like
for Black Panther.
Tom Cruise deserves a best actor just for freaking putting his foot on the line, man.
Yeah.
His life on the line in general.
He does, honestly.
Actually, editing's always an interesting one to discuss because you see so many of the movies that are the most interestingly edited movies of the year, like American Animals. I got a list in front of me. Paddington 2, even like the editing in that film is so
seamless.
Dude, Paddington,
the storytelling through editing is off the charts.
Absolutely.
Some of the best montage storytelling I've ever seen.
Exactly.
Yes, I was literally just gonna say that the montage of him fixing up the prison and the prison.
Bang!
So
I just give that the Oscar. Give that the Oscar.
Just
Suspiria, The Favorite. Both have outstanding editing. The
90s. People are talking about mid 90s on the chat.
Mid 90s I haven't seen, so I can't account for that yet, but probably. There's look, the editing ones, I'd probably just bank on them giving it to Tom Cross again for First Man. That man's he's just collecting Oscars or nominations. Is pretty much every film he does just gets one.
What other films has he done? I wish I knew other
he's just done La La Land and Whiplash, but obviously he won with Whiplash, which was like his first major credit as far as I know. Then nominated for La La Land, even though Hacksaw Ridge won that year.
That was a weird choice for editing. Hacksaw Ridge.
Bailey, what type of films do you want to make?
Yeah, I keep getting this one. I feel like save it for when we actually talk about film again. But in terms of what kind of films I want to do, I want to do a bit of everything. I just like making good movies. So I like to tell stuff that's a bit I got a bit of a Steve McQueen kind of thing, I guess, where I like to just focus on the heavy shit, but I don't know, I'd like to do... It's a weird question, you know what I mean? You don't know what an idea is until you've got it.
Yeah.
I would also recommend for anyone we did the last podcast was the best, short films and what tips whenever. What I'd recommend you watch are short films like Lights Out and the Portal No Escape, because those got filmmakers actual gigs. Yeah. Those are short films that got directors gigs. So look at those. They are efficient. They're like 5 to 6 minutes. They're lean. They're mean. They get straight to the point. Watch those.
Honestly, I think the previous podcast we had is my favorite podcast, because I think it was really, really intuitive and not intuitive. What am I saying? Like instructive. I'm sorry.
Wow, we're very intuitive. Hey, it's
insightful.
I liked it. I enjoyed talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should try to do another one of those again at some point.
Yeah,
I think
we
people
should also
appreciate
wrap
us
up around now. Honestly,
I think we should.
Yeah, that's cool. But
do you have any more? We've already asked this one time, but do you have any more questions? I mean, we could just select one and then wrap it up.
Okay, that sounds good.
I don't know.
Just waiting. Give us a question.
Look at the chat.
No, everyone's like, screw this. They want us to stay here. No one's going to ask us anything because we can't go now until someone's asked a question.
It's film literature. I don't think it's a visual media, but I don't think it's literature. It's visual storytelling, but I don't think it's literature.
Let's go with would you like award shows to be more niche? Because that's actually really interesting.
They're already niche award shows, but in order to reach mass audiences, you kind of have to be less niche. That's true. That's the tug and pull of this
here's the thing. It depends on what you guys put most value on as well. Like, obviously, we're told that the Oscars and the Golden Globes are the most important, but for me, the Critics' Choice Awards for me are the most important ones. They're the ones that I go, yeah, that's what matters. That's what I get angry about if stuff really is like I consider wrong or whatever. Like, the Critics' Choice is like my peak of the season. So you guys can choose what you put the value on. I know a lot of people that put a lot of value on the Gotham Awards and
Houston.
Yes, Houston. Nice, well done.
Did he just get Blair Witched or something?
Yeah, the phone has said it's.
Oh, I feel like we're in a. What's that movie? Unfriended. We're on Unfriended right now. Wait, there's just this one question. It says favorite anime. I feel like I have to answer it.
Oh no.
I'm not an anime guy.
One of my favorite animes is Re:Zero, and I just finished watching this anime called K-On!, and I think it's one of my favorites. I'm gonna do an essay on it, so
nice.
That's definitely gonna happen. Yeah.
I just watched Witch's Flower today on Netflix.
Oh, it sucked, doesn't it? It was very mediocre. It's very mediocre film.
Inventiveness of the world.
Visually, it's nice.
It was just the pacing was way off. Yeah.
The pacing was so bad. It was like she got into that world like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and I was like, oh god. Yeah. This is awkward.
How good is anime? How good is anime?
It totally is.
Good is that a question?
No, I just never had any time to watch it. It's
how good is anime? I watch it with my mom all the time.
It wasn't a question, but thank you anyway.
That's all I do every single day. Like, I should be watching like TV shows with like actors and stuff, but I'm just on this anime binge, man.
How do you get time to make such popular videos as well?
Yeah.
Christ.
I'm sorry, Bailey. Everyone subscribe to Bailey on the chat. Everyone on the chat subscribe to Bailey.
All right, gang. I reckon we're done for today. We're gonna try to keep this as a regular thing in 2019, though. Try to get the other guys in whenever we can.
We are in 2019.
And as well, guys, like guys in the chat, try to maybe you guys like recommend channels you want to get on there. Let people that you know, the other channels that you watch know about FilmHub and say, hey, there's these guys that are all YouTubers doing this thing.
Get in touch with them for us so that we don't have to do any work.
Yes, just start letting them know, and we're gonna get more people like Taylor on here. We wanted to have Taylor on since the start, so it's good to have him on early.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna try to get more YouTubers on. We've got quite the contact list already. It'd be cool to get some of the bigger channels we've got.
In the comments said next one, Nerd Writer.
All right, we're aiming high. Next cast Nerd Writer then. Exactly. But yeah,
Dude,
guys,
I've
like
been
Captain.
watching, I
Mikey
have
on,
been
I'm
watching
sure.
so much fucking hentai haven, dude. My internet's so slow. I think it's all the viruses, man. I'm serious.
Didn't they close that down?
They did. How do you know? How do you know, man?
How do you know?
Yeah.
But no, we've already
it
seen
did.
like
I think
in
it did.
guys like Captain Midnight, Carson Runquist, Jacob Suggs, people that we're already in contact with all the time that we're going to be looking at getting on as soon as
Dude,
possible.
I really wanna get Cosmonaut at some point.
Yeah.
But he's so big.
Yeah.
We'll
he's
aim
so
for.
big.
Well, that's all right. That's all right. Eventually, FilmHub's going to be huge as well, and they're not going to be
Wouldn't
able to
that,
ignore us.
Mm.
But when that like, was he the one who did the negative video on the Raimi trilogy?
Oh, yeah, we're going to bring him in and bombard him and tell him why he's wrong.
No,
that
I
is the
love
one
him.
thing we all share is that we're all Raimi fans.
Let's
And, like,
corner him. Let's pin him down and scream. No.
yeah, that's funny.
All right.
Mm.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for everyone for tuning in today. I feel like we don't need to do the send off anymore. Everyone's got their channels and their links down in the description. Yeah, I guess that's it for today. Hopefully, you guys aren't as mad about the Golden Globes anymore. Hopefully, we've cooled you down a bit.
I feel cooled down after talking through it.
Oh
you
my
know?
god,
This
we
was
need to
really a
get
therapy session
Zack
more than
Snyder.
anything
We
else.
need to get Zack Snyder on FilmHub at some point. We
Definitely.
need to get him on. We need to get him on, guys.
Yeah, okay.
Let's start DMing him.
That's going to happen for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The Snyder cut.
Hey, how much money?
exist.
How much money would you give me? How much money would you give me to call him Snack Snyder the entire time?
No, I'd just do it for free.
Hey, Snack. Oh, I have a question. You know, that'd be funny.
All
Yeah,
right,
I'll totally do
gang. Everyone, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.
that. Thanks, guys, for watching. I don't think we need to like say goodbye like individually. Like, hey,
Nah,
I think
I'm just.
I think they already know.
That was my send off,
already
but I'll
know.
try it again. All right, everyone.
All right.
We'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Ochevsky.